Day 73 of our 1000 dawns, ladies and gentlemen. So, in a couple of minutes' time, by the time I'm done with this, there's a couple of last minute bits of things I need to attend to. Then about 5 o'clock, I am going to... Actually, I'll tell you what, in about an hour's time, so about 10 to 5, I'm gonna have a nice warm shower. I'm gonna have a nice shave, and I'll be ready for my interview for the BBC at 5:30. So things should go according to plan, as they do. Because quite a lot of what's happened so far, and things that are going to happen over the next couple of weeks, is that as long as we stick to the plan, everything is going to work out. Everything is going to be okay. However, that means one or two things need to come about. And what are these one or two things, you may be asking? Well, here's the thing. By the end of tomorrow, we'll be halfway through the month of April. Halfway through yet another month already. And anyone who knows anything at all about how we do these videos, or rather how I make these announcements, will know automatically that once we're halfway through a month, for the second half of the month, we floor the accelerator. We go faster and harder than before. And over the last couple of days, we've started to actually hit upon a formula in which we can actually start to make more money than before. So things are starting to come together. They may be coming together rather slowly, but they are coming together. But whilst that's all very good and it's all very fascinating, it must be said, we still have to pay for stuff nonetheless. And once again, I filled up my car to full last night, and it was £6 more expensive 2 weeks ago. Now it's £10 more expensive. Not exactly ideal. So therefore, like I said, as far as we're concerned, even though we are stomping on the accelerator, the rest of the world is putting 2 feet down on the accelerator. So therefore, we have to do even more. That's the only way we're going to stay ahead of this race. This isn't really so much a race. This is more of a survival sort of instinct. Which is why when I mentioned yesterday that I cut off subscriptions for Amazon, for Netflix, and for Crunchyroll, I did it because, well, like I said, it's necessary to find places to cut costs. I'll still be able to use them for like the next few days, and I'll get as much out of them as I can. And today has also been, well, busier than ever before because I had to start getting stuff finished and ready. In fact, to be honest, by this time next month, I'm planning on actually cutting my Adobe subscription as well, which is handy for how I make all the rest of my videos. So therefore, more has got to be finished. Thumbnails, special effects, graphics, that sort of thing. I'm planning on I'm planning on cutting it off for about maybe 2 months. So that means all the videos we can possibly make, get ready, they've got to be done in the span of about 2 months. 60 days to get almost 300 videos, probably even more than that ready. A big undertaking. However, I know we can do it. So with all that being said and done, and if it sounds like we've got a lot of work to do, it's because we do. However, it's simply what you do. Because I'm not in this to just sort of get by. I want to start pulling ahead of the pack. So therefore, it's just what we do. In the meantime, I'll see all of you guys again next time. Thank you.